Fox Race. Oops. Top of the morning to you, lads, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I might have mentioned in my last video, is dealership experiences. So, as you guys know, I've gotten my car at Villa Ford in Orange County. Once again, the experience there was great. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of hearing me talk about how the experience was there, but I've left thousands of different reviews on Yelp, on Google, on everything. The experience isn't just if you have the money and you're gonna buy the car. It's the dealer experience. If you guys are from my city, you have on Ben Maddox Street, you have all kinds of different dealerships. You have Buick, you have Nissan, you have other dealerships right there in one strip, and it's all by Grupetti. Grupetti dealerships are really shitty. That really rhymed. That was kind of funny. That rhymed too. But anyway, they're really not good, and the dealership experience was not the best every time I went there. So as most of you guys know, when I was getting rid of the Focus SE, I was looking into obviously the Mustang and the Focus RS or the Focus ST. Now, when I went to Grupetti, they were trying to get me an ST right then and there, basically a trade-in, just like how I did my car. But I literally walked around the dealership for about 15-20 minutes before anybody even asked me for help. I wasn't looking into buying a car right then and there. I was actually just killing time. When I was walking around, not a single person asked me if I needed help. Have I been helped? What are you looking for? You know, can I do anything for you? It was a really crappy experience. That was just with that dealership, and they basically kind of pressured me into buying a car, which most dealerships do. Let's look back a few months, actually like almost a year earlier. Me and my friend Cody went to Nissan because he was looking for a new car. He had a Chevy Cobalt, not sure what year. He was looking into getting a Nissan. We were just actually looking around. What happened, we were looking at the new Nismo 370Z that came out that year. We were looking at it. We were wearing regular clothes. Not a single, we call them sharks. Not a single shark circled us and asked us if we need help, which is really bad service, because when I had my interview a few months back with Grupetti, they asked me, do I judge people off the way they look? They did that just by looking at us. I mean, a black kid with sagging pants and a hat backwards, and a white kid with, you know, a Fox Racing t-shirt looking at probably a $50,000 car. I'm not sure what the price tag was, but didn't even ask us if we needed help, if there was something that we were looking for, you know, have we been helped? Once again, it's a pain that dealerships do stuff like that, because what if you had, you know, $50,000 in cash and you want to smack it down on the table, say, I want this car paid in cash, give me your best warranty and everything like that. Dealerships out here are very bougie. What I mean by bougie is they'll walk around like if they're high and mighty, talking about their quotas, and as soon as they make their quota, they don't have to sell anymore. So they'll just seriously look at you on their phones in the showroom while, you know, talking to their coworkers or whatever the case is. When I originally was gonna get the Mustang on my birthday, as you guys seen in a couple posts on Instagram, I went to my brother's dealership, and they were really helpful. Obviously, my brother was the dealership that was, or the dealer that was helping me. The experience there at Monarch Ford in Exeter, California, was okay. I really wanted an automatic. Don't judge me. I ended up getting a manual. The automatic 4-cylinder EcoBoost Mustang, and I took it for a test drive. They said that I can do 0 down with a dealer discount, which is my brother's discount, which is $2,000 off. Tried getting me a good deal, but it didn't work out. So their next best alternative was to try and get me into a car I definitely did not want. They want to get me into a 2017 Fusion that was black. Everybody knows I cannot stand black cars, especially being a amateur detailer. Black cars are the worst to keep clean. And it had leather interior, which I cannot stand leather interior, especially when I move to Arizona. It's going to be a pain in the butt to, you know, to handle. He was pressuring me into getting a Fusion, black Fusion with leather interior. And I was just not having it because I didn't want a Fusion for one. I wanted a Mustang. I was really persistent on telling them what I wanted and how I wanted my car. Granted, the Mustang was the burgundy color. I would have just gotten it wrapped anyway into a color like this that I have now. Fast forward a month ago, Villa Ford contacted me on Instagram saying that, hey, we have these cars in stock. We have the Mustang that you want. We've seen your videos. We have exactly what you want in stock. Blue, 4-cylinder, manual, cloth interior, and, you know, basically what I wanted. I talked to Tony, who was my sales rep. We talked for a good 2 weeks before I pulled the trigger on going down there and getting the car, which is great. I'm glad when dealerships make deals with you and kind of start at one price point and then work your way down to where you're comfortable. My payments are really comfortable, kind of, but everything I wanted in this car is what I wanted. I mean, you guys seen my last video on the things I love and hate about this car. More things I love, granted, but leading up to coming to the dealership, I contacted them. They set up the appointment. I left here at about 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock-ish. Drove down there. You guys seen the video of me revealing the car, which should be up here in the annotation above. But, I mean, they were so awesome. First walking into the front door, they have a door greeter. I wish I remember his name, but he was a really nice guy. He says, hey, is there anything I can do for you guys? You know, I was like, oh, I'm here to see Tony. Oh, he's right this way. Tony was in a meeting with somebody or selling a car at the moment. The car that he was selling was being shipped to Germany. Villa Ford does a lot of transfers and shipping, which is great because they wanted to ship me the car originally. They helped me out big time. The car, they had 2 cars. So they had this car on the lot they sold that day, which is understandable. They went to Temecula, which is an hour there and an hour back. So a 2-hour drive to get my car. In the meantime, before I pulled the trigger on that, they walked me around their dealership for any other Mustangs that I might want, which is great. I wish I recorded that, but I didn't. The salesman, Andrew, who walked me around, says, your best bet is to get what you want. They didn't force me into a car that I was not going to like, which is great because the dealerships out here will try and force you into a car that you have to settle with. I don't like settling. Granted, I settled when I got the Focus, but that was because of practicality and all kinds of other stuff. When I said, screw it, I want the color I want the engine I want the interior that I want, they said, okay, I'm on my way, gotta go to Temecula to pick up the car. In the meantime, I'm waiting in the waiting room. It was about 4-hour wait because I had to do the signing, I had to do, you know, transfer of title and everything like that. I left Orange County at about 8 o'clock, got home at about, 9 o'clock. I left there at about 9 o'clock, got home at 11 o'clock. The dealership was so awesome. As you guys know, I haven't driven stick in about 10 years until now. They made sure I got home. They called me the next day, or Tony called me the next day, making sure I got home, make sure I got home safe, make sure everything was all in order. And that was that. I have my car. The experience was more funner and more exciting than getting the car itself. Waiting around for about a few hours, they asked me, hey, do you guys want any water? Do you want anything to drink? You know, can we get you anything? We have hot chocolate. We have some sodas in the fridge if you want some. They were really, really nice. And during that, it was the World Series. We were sitting there watching the World Series and talking about sports, talking about cars. And I didn't know I was talking to the main sales manager at the time of my visit there. And he actually hit me on Instagram saying, hey, I think his name is Scott from the dealership, making sure everything's all in order. How do you like the car? They keep following up with me, which is great because I drove literally 3 hours to get the car. They made sure my experience there was great. Hopefully you guys like this little storytelling time of my dealership experience with Villa Ford and my experiences with the other dealerships here in town. So I want to know what your guys' experiences are with dealerships. Go ahead and comment down below of your experiences below. And if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified whenever all my videos do come out. And once again, guys, stay focused, guys, be safe, and I'm out of here.